Hello, guys and gals, me Mutahar, and welcome to the Some Ordinary Podcast. Today I've got my co-hosts, Caleb, also known as Oompaville, and Nux Taku, alongside an amazing guest, one you may know as Ghost Gum. Oh my god, that was actually so perfect.
Oh my god, first try.
That was a pretty smooth.
That wasn't bad. Try.
Oh my god,
dude, I'm so happy.
That was professional as fuck.
Actually, I know, I really.
What are you implying? That we're not professional here? Wow, dude.
No, I mean,
we normally are pretty good. We're normally pretty professional.
Yeah. All the guests come on time.
Generally,
everyone on time. Everything runs smoothly.
On time.
Yep. We clap always at the same time. 3, 2, 1.
Yo, we don't even need a countdown 3, 2, 1 anymore. We just know. We just know.
It's a sync up thing.
We just sync up perfectly.
True.
Beauty.
Now, Ghost Gum, I was following you for a little while. It seems as though you're an avid lover of Sonichu, as much as most of us are.
Oh yes, go way back. This was like. It was like, when the pandemic first started and everyone was like, oh, pick up a hobby. Mine was just researching Chris Chan for the first maybe like 4 or 5 months, just like obsessively being on the quickie, watching the whole documentary.
Okay, so that's how Art knows you. Gotcha. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm just piecing it together, okay?
Right. We've had long conversations about Chris Chan and the trolls and everything.
I think the only one out of this entire thing that has never purposely kept up with it is just Caleb. He's like, I'm staying far away from this new
I don't know anything about it. I watched
Chris Chan's not fat enough.
Honestly, I wouldn't like
I watched the Gamer from Mars documentary. I fell asleep watching it, and then I woke up at 5 a.m. and it was still fucking going. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not watching this ever, dude. This is too much. It's too much.
I feel like you really have to have some level of you have to be I want to say it has to hook you within the first 5 minutes, the story, before you actually get into it, it's just one of those things. If you can't get into it in 10 minutes, if you can't embrace the weirdness, it's just not for you. You know what I mean?
Telling someone to give a YouTube video 10 minutes to choose is like telling someone to watch the first 5 episodes of a TV show.
Yeah, that's very true. I feel like, especially with Chris Chan stuff, it's so insane. You basically have to just jump right into all the fucking insanity. And a lot of people are just going to be like, no, I'm not interested in this. But for me, I love that shit.
See, I think that's he understands how to start videos. He starts videos mid-overdose. Just... That's literally how he starts having videos.
That's not true.
It is.
It's literally not.
Parrot, he shows a clip of his... Bring up a clip.
Yeah. Go to my channel, click on any video.
Click on literally any video.
If you click on any of them out of the 600 that are there, not a single one will start like that.
Oh, no. They all start like that. You don't know. You don't watch your videos. I do.
I actually love how when it comes to every time we have a podcast dynamic, there's always 2 people, the guest and Nux, that are not daily uploaders, and then it's me and Oompa that are just all right, boys, we're done shitting on this fatty. Let's go to the next one.
I don't know. I've been doing daily uploads for a long time on my main, and then eventually on my second channel. I did daily uploads, but that's just because they're stream highlights. They're not quality content, okay? They're just... Thank God my editor knows what he's doing.
I think it's quality. I will say, Oompy, the best thumbnail I've ever seen from you was 8 days ago, and it made me almost die when it showed up in my feed.
Which one was it?
It's don't laugh 22. It's you laughing and Markiplier's just in a hospital bed.
He's in the hospital, yeah, dude.
I know the exact... I haven't seen the thumbnail, but I know the exact picture you're talking about.
Yeah.
Dude,
we have machines.
Your Don't Laugh... Dude, your Don't Laugh series has the best thumbnails on YouTube. Because it's
so good, bro.
Normally people clickbait Belle Delphine, they'll take a really lewd image of her. You just take fat Belle Delphine instead.
Well, yeah, it works. So this face app thing, I've been obsessed with it for 2 years now, ever since it came out. I'll make myself really handsome and post it, and it's that uncanny valley type weird thing.
Yeah.
And then you can make yourself fat. And it looks so convincing. The first time I did it, I almost got started to have an asthmatic episode because I was laughing so hard looking at my friends and all the photos on my phone, just making them fat, which is really sad to admit. But I did it as a thumbnail, as a joke. It does so so well. It's crazy.
And everyone has become fat in Caleb.
Yeah.
I think I might just do that for my thumbnails now. Like, I'll just take where I put my face in and just like chat it up on like Face app.
Man.
Like,
Bro,
why not?
Bro, we're gonna say it on the podcast. All of a sudden, all the future like Asmongold reacts to Johhny Depp. It's gonna be like fat Johhny Depp. It's like,
That's gonna be the new meta. Is just making people fat on the face.
Not ironically, my video tomorrow is going to be the most hated person on the internet, and it's Amber Heard, and she's fat.
Let's go, dude! Let's go! Called it!
Oh my god!
Let's go!
Well,
That's amazing.
So
That's amazing.
To start off with, like, can you give us like the 411 on Amber Heard? Because I haven't really been following that trial. Like, I didn't have the time for it. Like, I haven't stuck around. I heard something about like shitting on the bed.
I was about
like,
to say.
Yeah, she doo-doo. It's really sad, man, because it's like literally everybody hates her now, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard not to, you know, it's like, okay, Johhny Depp, whatever. I really don't know. I've listened to like a little bit of it and done some research. I don't know the whole story, but it definitely seems like he's like a genuine guy and he's being fucked over. And now he's kind of getting his comeuppance, as they say.
Right.
And Amber Heard is like literally she is going to be worse off than Johhny Depp was when he lost everything. Because people still liked him. The public opinion still liked him throughout the times when media was giving him like negative press, negative headlines. People still liked him. Now the media is negative to Amber and everybody hates her too, because she just comes off as extremely disingenuous and she's a liar.
And she hired the worst lawyers on the face of the planet.
my God.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I saw that. I haven't been following it, but I saw the clip.
First of all, the guy's name is Mr. Rottenborn. Could she have found a more sinister name for a lawyer?
It's pretty bad.
It's like
Mr.
out of the
Simpsons.
It's like
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bro.
They keep trying to like make Johhny mad by just saying things incorrectly, kind of to incriminate him, to make him look like the abuser.
Yeah.
He doesn't get mad.
No, but there's
they
some
just
like
the
golden
it fizzles
moments
out.
where they try to like piss him off.
Yeah.
They say, "What did Amber Heard say to you?" And he'll say, "She said," and then they'll say, "Hearsay!" Like jump up, hearsay.
Yeah, hearsay.
Like you asked
Objection,
the question,
hearsay.
You asked the question.
Objection, speculation.
Lack of
So
foundation.
weird.
Well, they were also
Yeah.
talking about like just fucking. Did you see Johhny Depp's dick or something like whipped out? And then one of the guys like, relevance, like, and he starts laughing into it. Like, I was just like, dude, I don't understand. Like, is this like, how is this like in any capacity like? I would have just pulled out of the fucking trial if I was her. I'd have been like, you know what, I give up. I'm making an ass of myself.
I feel like it's
I mean, it
almost like
truly is foolish.
she's so far into it at this point. It's like, if you just
Might as well commit to
commit
the
to
meme,
lie,
right? Yeah.
right?
She already
like,
lost
we're gonna
everything.
back
Right?
out like halfway
Like,
through.
the public perception of her is dead anyway. At least maybe
Right,
she'll win
definitely.
something in court.
I don't think so.
I don't think so
The
either.
jury, I mean, the jury's going to convict her or you know, overrule or overturn whatever like the ruling is. Pro Johhny for sure. Not convict her. She didn't commit a crime.
Anyway, Muda, I know you want to talk about BuzzFeed, but before you go on your BuzzFeed rant, one of the lawyer that was like asking Johhny Depp questions, like he had like a whole list of negative articles written about him, and he said, "This article is titled this and this and that and the other. Is this true? Did I read that correctly?" And Johhny Depp's like, "Yes." And he literally pulled out BuzzFeed articles saying like
Oh my
as
God.
actual proof against him, like the tabloid garbage. Where
Dude, and he even said, "Is that not hearsay?" to like a couple
he
of the
said that,
titles.
right?
And it is.
It is. Of course,
Yeah.
It literally
and also
is.
like
How is it
And the
not?
funniest thing is, like, some of the titles were like, Johhny Depp reportedly showed up drunk, and he's like, reportedly? It's like, what is
not
this?
hearsay?
What do you mean,
Like,
reported?
It's like,
allegedly,
dude, they're
yeah.
reading YouTube clickbait titles to him, and they're trying to convict him off it.
It's like the T channels that are like, do you guys know that Johhny Depp might have been drinking some whiskey before he showed up? Like, might have been. Might have
Allegedly,
been.
he was drinking whiskey.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
just.
It's insane. It was like in the Rittenhouse trial where the guy's like, "Did you have a TikTok named like it was something like 4 doors more whores or something?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did."
No way.
What the
That's
fuck?
real, yeah.
4 doors.
It was like
more
in court.
doors?
Then he was
Have
like,
you guys not seen that? Really?
I haven't
No.
seen that.
there was some other.
No
There was
way.
another one where he's like, "You're a fan of Call of Duty, right?" It was something about him being
Yeah, I
violent
saw
because he
that
played
one,
COD.
yeah.
Yeah, there was some crazy shit in there.
Yo, Caleb, you probably know this. Do you know there's a new drink in Texas called the Rittenhouse? It's Chaser followed by 2 shots.
No, I did not know that.
Wait,
That's a
for
funny
real?
joke.
No, I'm kidding. No, it's not.
That's a
real.
joke.
I
doing a bit.
I fully
Okay.
believe you for a second.
If I was
He's doing a shooting justification bit.
Yes.
No, that's not what I was doing.
Right now.
Why would you phrase it that way? God.
Hey, look, if I was a bartender, I definitely do it. But here's the thing: what are you chasing? What 2 shots and what are you chasing with? Is the question. What would be in the Rittenhouse?
Okay, all right. I didn't think this through clearly.
Well, given that he used American grade bullets,
bourbon,
I would say
Yeah,
2 bourbon shots.
Some Widow
2
Jane.
bourbon shots.
2 shots of Widow Jane, I think.
2 shots of Widow Jane. Chased by what? Everclear?
Yeah.
Like he's gonna knock you on your
Chased by
That's
RC
disgusting. That's disgusting.
that is
RC Cola, by the way, not good, dude. I've changed my opinion.
God,
It's
he's
not
reformed.
good.
what happened.
It's terrible. Have you had it?
Yeah.
I've had it like in Michigan when I was younger. Yeah.
I don't
Dude.
think I've seen it in the stores. I lived in Texas for a bit, and I remember seeing it there, and I was like, whatever. I never tried
Next
it.
time you see it, get it and then drink it, and then just realize where I'm coming from. And I was a huge supporter. I used to eat Goo Goo Clusters, moon pies, and RC Cola.
These all sound fake. These all sound
They're
fake
real,
to me.
right? I used to eat
No, moon pie is real, dude.
Zuzus and Wham Whams.
Oh.
Those are real too. All that's real, by the way.
Oh, I thought the second
RC
one
Cola.
was
Yeah,
jokes.
Yeah. No. RC Cola, Man Pons, Zuzus and Wham Whams, moon
They all
pies,
sound like
Goo Goo
Australian
Clusters.
slang. Like the Dimadons
No,
and
two of
the
those
Wham
were-
Whams and the
Yeah.
the Tim
Yeah.
Tams and the,
Two of those
the
were-
Bing Bongs.
Yeah, there were 2 of those are prison terms. So sex things.
wait.
You might have to cut them
I'm
out.
gonna say
What the fuck?
Yeah, Zuzu and Wham Whams and Man Pons.
I don't know what Zuzu would be in a
Anyways,
prison,
I don't
but
know.
so you're not into
Yeah.
you're not into RC Cola? Did you just not
No,
have
no,
a
no,
moon
no.
pie with it anymore? Is that the thing?
Dude, I had a moon pie the other day, and I rated it a 10 out of 10. It was so good. I put it in the microwave for 8 seconds, and they're so good whenever you heat them up a little bit. And then the RC Cola, though, I feel like they haven't made it in a long enough. Like every one you get is a couple years old, so it tastes like flat, and it just tastes like syrup.
Yeah, because
That
no
is
one's
so-
fucking buying them. Everyone just picks
Yeah,
up
you're
a
right.
Coca-Cola.
You're right.
Oh my God.
You're
they
right.
lose
You
money
were fighting
manufacturing
tooth
new
and nail.
ones.
Bro.
They just sell the old
Yeah,
ones.
it's like the RC. Every time you go to buy it, there's like condensation in the bottle.
Oh my god, that is like so
not good.
unappealing.
No.
It's just like corn syrup and sugar. It's
Yeah.
like,
Bro, in like 5 episodes,
Yeah,
he's
that's
gonna
not
watch
good.
anime and be like, "Oh my God, anime's actually great." Just change
I know.
all of his opinions every 5
I
episodes.
feel like he just stopped. They stopped putting the fluoride in the fucking RC Cola, so he's just not getting brainwashed anymore.
Yeah, true. True, yeah.
that's the only safe
The
drink
rhodium and
left. The
fluoride.
water's no good, but the RC Cola.
Well, guys, remember since last time, our boy Elon has actually bought Twitter.
True.
100%. He's actually
Dang.
committed
Yeah.
to buying it.
Wild.
Now, I'm
Wild man.
under the assumption that Alex Jones might get unbanned, and we're about to have some more frog gay moments. I think. I feel like Twitter just needs to have like the Twitter needs to have 2 accounts back. All right, regardless of everyone, the Alex Jones and the Donald Trump, where he forgot to caps lock his keyboard.
Oh,
'Cause I
those
feel like that
old-
was
Yeah.
like peak Twitter. As somebody that browses some risque fan fiction on the internet, it's not something I really want anybody knowing, which is counterintuitive because I'm talking about it in an ad read. But you might be wondering, why not use incognito mode? Well, let me tell you something. Incognito mode does not actually hide your activity. It doesn't matter what mode you use or how many times you clear that history too, because your internet service provider can still see every image and every single website you've ever visited. That's why even when I'm at home, I never go online without ExpressVPN. Seriously. It doesn't matter who your ISP is. ISPs in the United States can actually legally sell your information to ad companies. ExpressVPN is an app that reroutes your internet connection through their secure servers so your ISPs can't see the sites that you visit. ExpressVPN also keeps your information secure by encrypting 100% of your data. Yes, 100% with the most powerful encryption available. Most of the time, I don't even realize I have ExpressVPN on. It runs seamlessly in the background, and it's actually super easy to use. All you have to do is tap one button and you're protected. ExpressVPN is available on all your devices, phones, computers, and heck, even your smart TV. You know why you'd want to put your VPN on there, don't you? So there's no excuse for you not to be using it. Protect your online activity today with the VPN rated #1 by Business Insider. Visit my exclusive link, expressvpn.com/SOP, and you can get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. That's expressvpn.com/SOP. EXPRESSVPN.com/SOP. Make sure you go there to learn more.
Those old Trump tweets are so funny. There was one that was like, I have never seen a thin person drinking Diet Coke. That was just a Trump tweet.
What?
Oh no!
Oh, where'd our boy go?
Oh my!
He just dropped a fire ass joke. He just dropped a fire ass joke and then left.
I know.
He figured I'm
he's like,
not getting any better than this. See, that's a man who doesn't use Microsoft Edge. Not gonna lie.
see that this is where.
You guys want some moss?
Oh my god! You're drinking moss? What the fuck?
He likes sucking the algae out of his mustache when he does.
I just love how he went from RC Cola, like the most unhealthy fucking beverage.
Yeah,
to
dude.
just
I am a
moss.
healthy guy.
Oh,
You
my
are.
bad, guys. I just got fucking booted. I think
Yeah,
there's some issue
All
with my
good, all
internet.
good.
You dropped a fire Donald Trump joke and you just
Yeah.
left. You were like, damn,
Just
that's
leave on
gonna
a high
be.
note.
Yeah,
That's
right.
the end. I want to leave.
Yeah, I miss when he just like you could wake up someday and he'd like all cap tweeted North Korea like fuck Kim Jong Un.
He would-
Yeah.
Fuck.
he had some like really
Trying
scary
to-
ones. It's like you will be blown
Yeah, his
to
wild.
bits, and you will not even be remembered by future
Little Rocket
generations.
Man. Little Rocket Man, okay?
Yeah.
He's like,
Little Rocket Man is rockets. They're short.
he is tiny compensating for something else, okay? It's just
Yeah. His big rocket.
I always love how
some
every
bullshit
moment
like
he had
that.
to.
Man,
he had
there's an account that just keeps his old tweets.
Wait, really?
And they,
an
it's, like,
archive
it's just
bot,
called
okay.
Old Donald Trump tweets, and there's some gems. There's some real gems there.
I kind of miss when he would flex the U.S. nuclear arsenal just to anybody randomly. Like, you think your nukes are better? Oh, well, let me tell you, my nukes are a lot better than yours. Simple as
My
that.
nukes are superior to your
I have this
nukes.
toaster to my desk.
Nuclear.
Do you ever think that? Do you ever
Nuclear.
think there was one point in Donald Trump's desk he had like the nuclear launch button and the Diet Coke button next
Dude,
to each other? He's like,
you know, he's probably fucking just like, you know how, you know what autoerotic
Yeah.
asphyxiation is?
Yes.
It's like a sex thing, right? That's him, but with a button. He's fucking rubbing that button and then just jagging it in the
You
White
gotta
be
edge
House.
fair,
it a
though-
bit too. You gotta edge it a bit
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, am I gonna press it? I don't know.
like
This would be tremendous.
if you were the president, I think that's like the ultimate power high, right? Like you literally hold the nuclear suitcase. Like you're the only because for a video I had to when I was doing the emergency broadcasting, I was reading up on the whole United States nuclear launch parameters, which probably put me on a watch list. I don't really care. Okay, it's whatever. It's happened. I was reading up on it. Nobody has to like intervene. Okay, like if the motherfucker's like we're nuking the country, they're like, are you sure? Are you it's like a Windows prompt, you know? It's like, are you sure?
So
Are you really
you'd
sure?
like to kill millions of
Yeah.
people?
To update now.
Hey, do you want to
To-
end the
yeah,
world?
to-
Are you sure?
Or remind me later.
Please update Windows before you kill everyone.
Yeah, Clippy fucking flies into the office. Wait a minute. Whoa.
Whoa, bro. Completely out of character. Like, dude, are you sure? Like,
Look, I don't want to be annoying anymore. What you are about to do is really end the world. Are you sure? And then as soon as he says yes, it's like, all right, boys, it's over. The world's ending. Let's go.
Please
That
install
means like,
Adobe Flash Player.
please
well, imagine.
Newgrounds.
activate
Imagine-
your Windows license.
Imagine you sit in a submarine for like fucking months on end, and you wake up to one call, and it's like, "Hey guys, it's time to turn the key," and you're like, "Oh shit! Oh no!" That's like the dude's only single job in the world. And at any moment, I have to imagine, like, if you were in the military, like maybe there was some belief that this motherfucker might actually launch something. Like, this ain't a joke. The guy's kind of a little unhinged. But yeah, you know, Elon's bought Twitter. And I genuinely think a lot of these accounts may probably get unbanned in like the next few months or so, depending on how things go. But I don't know if like Trump or a lot of these people will come back. Like, have you seen Trump's like social network, like Truth Social?
Yeah, I haven't, like, I've seen it. But
Yeah, it's terrible. They're called truths instead of tweets. They're called
Oh my
truths.
God.
Have you been retruthing a lot of them up there?
Dude, I'm going to retruth that because it
But
is
truth
the
has 14
truth.
likes.
What if you actually deliberately post blatant misinformation as a truth? Does it become a truth or no?
No, that truth is a lie. That's fake truth.
It's not a lie if you believe it.
One man's blatant disinformation.
You just
oh
mixed
my
all
God.
type of words.
Shit. Disinformation.
That was every
One man's
buzzword
blatant
just infused into one.
disinformation. Yeah, one man's blatant disinformation is another man's truth.
Yeah,
Very
that
true.
should be the
That's deep.
Not worth
That's
it at
deep.
all.
you should post that on Truth Social and get a fuck ton of retweets and likes. I guess.
Yeah,
that's-
why is it popping off so much? I see like so many people are creating accounts with like
You
Truth
see, Elon
Social.
Musk
Like,
said that he should have changed the title of the app to Trumpet.
That would have been a little catchier.
That would have been huge.
That would have been a lot
truth
catchier.
sounds like it sounds like a conspiracy
Huge.
thing
And
where
then
it's
the
like
tweets
we're
would be
telling
called
you the
Trumps.
real truth, you know.
I'm gonna re-Trump you.
So Trump hasn't tweeted on it, or sorry, truthed on it for 2 months now, right? Which makes me wonder, like, do you think it's an FBI honeypot? Like, I'm willing to put $1,000 wager that this is a federal honeypot. You know, like the FBI is just managing.
Truth Social?
Yeah,
Honestly,
Oh yeah, no
I
doubt.
would not be surprised.
like
Yeah,
the
for sure.
ATF's like stroking their cock, waiting for the next
They're
fucking
like,
thing to raid on
yes,
that.
yes.
Name a social media platform that isn't an FBI honeypot, where they're just always like
TikTok.
Look at this. Let's see what this person's saying.
Well, my thing is like,
Unless you're a Twitch streamer,
even if you
then you can kind of say
even if
whatever
you
want.
don't give in
You
to
don't make
like
money,
the
though, so it's
NSA
okay.
or anything, they'll still hack into you. Oh yeah, they're making like 50% now on their fucking revenue.
Yeah.
They got fucked, dude.
Yeah.
Why would Twitch do that?
By
Like,
the
why
way,
would they
something that I
just?
think a lot of people don't know about Twitch revenue, they only make 10% of ad revenue. Twitch takes 90% of ad revenue. They're talking
What?
about donations.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
because I thought they were talking about like the revenue where they
No.
would split it 50-50
So-
and then the donations were just fully to the streamer.
No.
That's
So
what I assumed.
bit donations, you have to buy bits, right? Like, it's,
Okay.
Right.
let's say $15 for a $10 bit donation.
That's like YouTube super chats,
Yeah.
right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Subscriptions is a 50-50 split, except a lot of streamers have like special deals once they get to a certain point that it's a 70-30 split, okay?
Mhm.
They are bringing
Okay.
that 70-30 split back down to 50-50. Ad revenue, though, 90% goes to Twitch. It always has. And they're
What,
bringing
like-
in more ads.
I don't like. Okay, I get like so they can make more money, but it seems like you're just going to push people away. I don't know what the split is on YouTube for streaming, but I'm assuming it's better
I think
than
it's
that.
70-30. 70-30 in favor of streamer.
Dang, I mean, like, it just seems like Twitch is kind of like shooting themselves in the foot. It seems like they've done that in the past.
I feel like
the
Twitch
past,
has
like-
no competition, though, so they have no need to step up their game.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, what are you going to stream? You now?
Right?
Well, is this
DUI?
something that you would cover as a topic on your channel? Because what a lot of people who may not know about Ghost Scum, if you go to his channel, he covers a lot of interesting like subjects, specifically on a lot of things. Like it could be like game journalists, all the way down to anti-work, which I laughed at a while ago. It's the
Yeah.
fucking funniest thing imaginable.
That's hilarious. The whole situation is so funny.
What, for
with
anti-work?
Oh yeah.
Well, I only covered the Fox News bit because
Right.
that was the funniest thing imaginable. But I
For
assume
sure.
it goes deeper, and you know more about it than I would.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it would take me a long time to get into all of it, but basically, it was like, what happens with every big subreddit is like they, it'll get an influx of users, and then the original mods, won't be able to, keep up with it,
Mm-hmm.
and so they'll start bringing in these like kind of power mods. And then at a certain point, it's like, well, how do we maintain this? Well, we'll just bring in all these mods who mod these huge subreddits, and then they come in. And Anti-Work had like over 1.6 million, I think. And so what ended up happening was they just bring all these big power mods from these other subreddits, and then all these subreddits who are modded by the same people kind of feel the same because they're all modded by the same people. So that's why, like, a lot of the times, if you get banned in one subreddit, you'll be banned in like 5 other ones.
Because the moderators will be like spread across multiple. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's pretty crazy. But that's what happened with Anti-Work, and then like people tried to like speak up and be like, what the fuck, like why are these mods like kind of ruining our subreddit? And then they would all just get banned. And now there's all these like side communities that split off into like what Anti-Work was supposed to be. I mean, it's still like around, but it's not nearly as big as it
It's
once
not
was.
as powerful as it once was. It really took that
No.
one Reddit mod going on Fox News to
Yeah.
effectively just kill a movement.
It
Like,
really
yeah.
did. It's like kind of like maybe a little like cliche to put it like that, and like obviously there were some other things, but that is the moment where you can put it down and say this is where this subreddit just completely went downhill.
That's like the Will Smith slap moment of the anti-work. Like this fucking changes it.
Yeah. I understand the reference now. I get it.
Well, the other big thing about it. So have you been following like r/Cringetopia?
A little bit. It got like didn't it get taken over by furries or something.
I
Like-
know. It did. It got hijacked.
yeah.
Yes, it got hijacked.
Furry
And now
takeover.
now there's like a whole furry war going on between like mods and everything. It's like r/dead furry, like one dead furry.
Well,
type
'cause-
shit.
Cringetopia was like pretty controversial. I remember, not controversial,
Bro.
but it was just like not very moderated. So a lot of people didn't like it and were like trying to get it shut down. But that seems like a better fate. That seems like a lot funnier to have furries take over it.
Bro, it's like the before after for Cringetopia is like Pyrocynical before and after getting canceled. Like his subreddit.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. Where he was like into like furry role playing.
So when he got canceled for that, I was like, man, who cares though? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why the cancellation didn't mean anything. He comes back, he's like, okay, I like, you know, when people burp down each other's throats, and it's like, okay, he's back, whatever.
Yeah, who cares, right? Like,
I feel like that's the best way to handle something like that.
No, guys, I care.
But hey. That'd be really funny. You made a video like he's a degenerate.
This man's a
he's literally a degenerate. What's your point,
man?
well, like the thing is, it's like there's so many worse things you can be on the internet, right? Like ever since we had like the fallout with the Smash and the Minecraft community, it's like you could have been a lot fucking worse than a fur, like like somebody that's jacking off to furry porn. Like who cares? Like
yeah, I feel like he handled that in like the best way you could have. He was like, yeah, I'm into it. So what? Like it's literally like and
so the thing is, any other credible accusations anyone has against him just fall to the wayside by how much garbage was actually spewed towards him.
Yeah, definitely.
That's weird how that works too. It's strange.
It's like public opinion sways to your side, and then it's just over.
Yeah, man,
it's part of this thing.
Dramas like that, the public opinion can swing so fast on stuff like that.
Yeah, tell me about it.
It was one of the things that I was watching.
He's been canceled.
It was one of the
whatever.
Oh yeah,
it was an accident.
Yeah, dude.
It's no big deal. I just got canceled. Like playing off like a flex. Like, nah, no big deal.
Just the most stressful week of my life. But aside from that, yeah.
Well, 50% of the people in this call did not get canceled. I assume you didn't get canceled, and Oompa, you never got canceled either.
I got canceled a few times on Twitter for I almost said exploiting women, objectifying women.
What? You are the.
I mean,
not actually. I wasn't. I didn't actually do it.
With 1,000 and like it's not this.
No, I was the target of like maybe 5 so far TikToks with a couple million views.
Dang, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, from my TikTok videos.
They don't know they're going up against the white ghost.
Yeah, and like.
Yeah,
but the white ghost brother. You know what's pretty funny is all the comments are like in my like favoring me, because every single time this happens, it's like it's me being wary of someone's age, them doing something like that they most likely shouldn't be doing on an app made for kids and dancing. And then I'm like, well, how old is this person? I'm gonna blur their face out because what they're doing. They're like, why'd you blur my face out? I was showing my nipples off. That's totally, I can do that. It's like, yeah, sure, but I'm not going to upload it in my fucking video and get a strike and get a privacy complaint, a privacy violation, because you're fucking 16 years old, And then I also report a lot of TikToks as well, and I've made video like in the videos reported TikToks for sexual content. As a joke, right? And then they take it very seriously. And it's happened a few times, but I've never had any like legitimate backlash. It's mostly been someone trying to cancel me, and then there's like 50 you go girls, and then like 10,000 like he didn't even do anything wrong, bro.
Like I've had like
it's just respect. I respect them.
I don't know. The YouTube channel Cosmonaut or whatever his name is, Cosmonaut Marcus. Like he does these big reviews.
I did, yeah.
So he I did like my Twitch song parody, like when all the hot tub streamers were going on. And he tweeted, "Anime Abby incel Twitter is crazy." And like he went on this whole rant about how I hate women on Twitter.
Oh my god!
What?
So I didn't even count. That doesn't count as being canceled. That's just one guy kind of.
It's like one guy schizo posting. It sounds like.
Well, like even speaking of cancellations, recently, like all over my Twitter, so there's 2 things that popped up, right? One of them was like the Ethan Klein shit. So like apparently he said like a bunch of really homophobic shit, and like he lost all of his sponsors out of nowhere.
I saw the video of him being like, "Oh, our fans called in and got all of our sponsors taken away."
He looked so crazy. Depressed.
Yeah. But even when he did the video though, he was like, "Oh, like I don't blame them or whatever." I was like, "What?"
What?
Like, I
he
get.
Can't.
I mean, fair enough.
Can't blame him.
That's the people.
He'll be cannibalized if he does.
He's literally collected that fan base over the last few years.
Like I watched the thing that he said, right? Like he was on a call with like a gay viewer, and it was something about like tops and bottoms, and it was like when I was listening to the call, I'm like, oh man, like I was just like, man, I wish I was a producer on the show because I'd be like, cut the call, you know what I mean? Like fucking.
I think he said something like all gay people are automatically bottoms or something. Which is like, what?
It was something like, yeah, it was something about like that, and like bottom buttholes were just expanding from like gay sex or something. Like, dude, just like cut it out
it's
of it.
The
like,
gay liberal agenda coming back out.
I was like, switch off. And then, you know, he gets canceled the next day, and I'm just like, oh man, losing all your sponsors like that all of a sudden. And it's like, I just, that was one thing that blew me away. Like, if you think about it, like, just, I don't know if that would happen to any of our channels, right? Like, it's just that one community you cultivate that just causes that.
He's definitely fought you know, pander to that community and like, you know, prop them up in his audience.
You alive. Yeah.
Also, I mean, he kind of did that to Keemstar, right?
Yeah.
Like he went after his sponsors because he was
a
bad guy.
I'm just laughing. There was a Keemstar tweet.
The fandom he's cultivated.
There was a Keemstar tweet from yesterday. I wanted to just read out real quick. It's really funny. It says, please tell that Pokimane bitch if she thinks that her career is going to last longer than mine, she's a fucking idiot. I will be here to the day you retire, bitch.
Oh my god! Why is he like this?
Oh my god!
Why?
He's like mini
so salty.
It's like, dude, what the hell? Like,
did Pokimane say anything? Like,
I have no clue. I just saw that on my feed.
I think it was.
It seemed impromptu. Yeah.
He just randomly hates
it's interesting because I see like kind of this weird like new drama forming from that side where it's like fucking the YouTuber community versus a Twitch community, and I'm like, man, I just don't understand why we'd ever have any beef like that. Something that I've always admired about the Twitch community is like they always really do band together, you know, like, and I've said this in so many podcasts, like when it comes to YouTube, we're also like fragmented and split up, right? But I also believe that's because YouTube is such a massive platform with so much different types of content and so many different types of viewpoints, right?
Yeah.
In some capacities, I think like the guest dynamic that we have on this podcast is actually very rare, right? Like when we first recorded episodes, we were like, wait, you all are friends? And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't be? And then like you go to Twitch and it's like, oh, all the streamers are constantly collaborating. Like the other night I was looking at this poker stream with like Mr. Beast, you know, XQC and all these people, and it was like, I wish YouTubers kind of did that more. Like the top creators are just like still so fucking fragmented from one another, and it's always something I admired about Twitch.
Another couple of differences in this vein are YouTube has an algorithm that promotes you. Twitch growth relies on collabs. Like there isn't an algorithm on Twitch that will actually put them in anyone else's face. And also, if you're on Twitch, you're live for an 8-hour chunk, you're going to get people asking for your opinion. You'll give your opinion for 30 seconds in an 8-hour stream, and then that clip will get shared everywhere. And it'll be on the top of live stream fails. So the banding together is just by the fact that there's so much content, and there's always going to be someone's perspective on something. Whereas on YouTube, if I'm making videos about anime, I'm not going to talk about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock or whatever. You know?
Yeah, the whole like 8-hour streams really fuck it, because we had Hassan on as a guest on this whole podcast, and even just talking to Hassan in general, it's like he puts himself in such a political corner on the internet, that left-leaning political side, that like if he has one bad take, like a 30-second bad take out of an 8-hour or 10-hour stream, it's like, oh fuck, okay, it's all going to be on live stream fails. So it's like, as a streamer, you've literally set yourself up to be potentially canceled every fucking day.
And like those streamers do get canceled like all the fucking time, right? Like whether it's Hassan, Pokimane, you know, any big streamer who streams, you know, daily 8 or 9 hours a day. It's like,
I think it's just hard to not fuck up.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that's why I streamed for a bit back when my channel first started, but I just like, I don't know. I don't really like it, to be honest.
It's tough because it's like, unless you're good at the whole like few hour, like the several hour streaming, and I've tuned into like Caleb, you're streaming every once in a while, and like you don't do like 8-hour streams, like it's not a fucking thing.
I stream for like an hour and a half,
like that's a fine way to do it, because you can like get your streaming bit out. But the 8-hour stuff, like the daily, that's like, oh, of course you're gonna make mistakes. I would make tons of mistakes if I was like doing an 8-hour stream. For absolutely
sure. Oh yeah, dude.
But we make mistakes in these podcasts.
I gotta cut it off before.
It happens.
Yeah, I literally have to like, I can feel I can feel the thoughts in my head, just like, all right, I need to end the podcast, or I need to end not the podcast, that too, but the streams where I'm like, all right, I need to go do something else for a little while, because I'm starting to like, I'll see someone in chat being really stupid or something, and then I'm just like, I can't single that person out. You know, because it would make them feel very
Sometimes
bad.
I wish
if I were
the
to do
internet
that.
was old school, so you could just bully that one fucking idiot.
Yes, I know.
Don't we all wish that?
I love it.
God.
And
Just bully people who deserve it.
yeah, I have a very supportive audience too, but like they're it's still definitely like on the edge of being like, man, I have to reserve myself for sure on stream, which I've done it a lot. I've streamed like 20 times this last month.
Nice.
Over the last 30 days.
I feel like in another way too, this is something that I don't like about most modern internet stuff, is like I feel like in the last several years all of us have had to like tone us down, or like become a little bit more milquetoast. Because I watch content that we've all made from like 3 years ago. Okay, like I'll watch like a Nux video from like 2 years ago, a Caleb video from 2 years ago, my videos from 2 years ago. You know, anybody's, even guess, everyone. Like, and I'm like, we were a lot different. We were a lot more like, you know, I wouldn't say edgier, but we were a lot more like
free.
We could be free to speak whatever the hell we wanted. Now
there's
it's
no
like,
pressure, right? You could say whatever you want because not that many people, you know, are, or I don't know. I guess the zeitgeist has changed, but also for me at least, not that many people were watching 2 years ago. I think I created my channel like 2 years ago, so I was just like getting on there saying whatever the hell I wanted, and now I'm like, okay, I have to, you know.
It's a combination of that, and it's also like, oh man, I'm gonna upload a video, and now it's like, I could get striked, or community guy could get like, you know, age restricted for the dumbest fucking shit imaginable, right? Like for anything.
Like for nothing. Like, you know, it could just get fucked for no reason. And like,
also, I hate the warning that stays on my channel. You know, like it used to be 3 strikes, and then you know, if you wait 3 months, then a strike gets removed, and you could have no strikes again. Not anymore. You'll have a warning until the day you die on your YouTube studio at the top left corner above like how many subs you have. Like the community.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
I've had mine since 2018. It stares at me in the face whenever I go to my channel. So.
What does
like
it say? Like
fucked
you just
up. Remember that? Yeah, it's just a warning.
Remember that one video you posted like 3 years ago?
Bro, I showed hentai to porn stars one time. One time.
oh man, he chose hentai to porn stars one time. What am I supposed to do?
One time. What am I supposed to do?
I reacted to cake farts one time, guys. It wasn't that big of a deal. It just went viral. That's all.
Did you censor the cake farts? Was it like super blurred out? Like all you heard?
No, it was literally just my face looking at cake farts.
So the audio got you fucked up? What? Because the farting.
Really?
No, I got a strike. I got a warning for that.
Oh my god, that's
from a video I uploaded in 2014 as well.
That sounds right.
So
when I was like a little boy.
Did it get striked like recently, or like?
No, in 2018 it got striked.
Still
Dude,
though,
I
that's like
hate that.
It's like you posted
It's
that
like
video
all
4
the
years
prank
ago.
videos getting taken down, like. You know,
yeah.
Have you guys been following the YouTuber boxing scene lately?
Yeah, I sort of have. The iDubbbz thing.
Did you? No, not the iDubbbz thing. I'm not so interested. The Boogie versus Sam Hyde.
Oh
boxing
yeah, I did see that. I did see that.
Do they
Yes.
mean it seriously, or is that a meme? Like I honestly don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Caleb about that. Caleb's like the chief nutritionist in this entire.
Dude, I will say it is quite funny that Sam Hyde, like after he said that, he's like, "Oh God." He's been making tweets of like how do I get rid of exercise induced asthma? But like he's been basically if you saw the iDubbbz thing, he's pretty much, I would say, a badass, right? Like you know, on the edge of being someone who's very confident. He's large.
Badass is the
right?
word I would use to describe him after the iDubbbz thing.
Okay.
Maybe more like insane homeless man, like who can throw him.
Yeah,
yeah.
Really large guy, very large guy who's extremely confident and will do almost anything to get a specific reaction from people. That's pretty that's like quite brazen, right? Like that's a brazen individual. He's a dangerous guy.
Apex troll.
Yeah, I would say he's a dangerous guy in a lot of different ways. But ever since the Boogie thing, he's been tweeting like, "How do I get rid of exercise-induced asthma?" I'm like, guys,
wait, did he?
I'm really worried.
Caleb, did he get us a?
yeah, he's not actually, but he's trying to like sway. Like that's just he's always trolling no matter what.
No sense of security.
It's fucking funny. Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Caleb,
did he get his account unbanned? I swear, I thought like
this was right before he got his account banned.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to imagine, like, so Boogie's actually 100% serious about this boxing match, right? Like, apparently Keem fucking convinced him to actually do it. Like, he's talking to a doctor. He's gonna talk to like nutritionists or whatever, like a fucking trainer. And I'm just like, how?
I just got new teeth, and he starts boxing.
He's gonna get knocked out. He's gonna.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either. Like the chances of him having like plaque in his arteries, and then just from something so like traumatic as being in a boxing event, probably the hardest workout of his entire life. Like actually, when he's in, because the adrenaline, the actual physical requirement. I mean, there's a high risk for like him to toss a clot and fucking die.
Did you guys see there was Kimbo Slice? He fought like Dada 5000, who's this other street fighter, and it was an MMA fight, and I think it was by the third round, one of them passed out. I think it was Dada. He passed out, had 2 heart attacks just from exhaustion, and then almost died in the fucking ring. So it's like, that can happen, especially if you're not in shape.
And especially if you were morbidly obese for like a large percentage of your life, there's definitely some plaque in your arteries.
Diabetic, Boogie?
Maybe
that's even worse. If so, that's not good.
I don't know if I just vaguely remember hearing
my thing is like he's convinced, like he's like, I'm really committed to fighting this, and I'm like, I just don't know if your body can like handle that. Like I don't even know why you say yes to it, because it's like
I'd bet against him for sure.
Well, like it's like, okay, there's like 2 universes, right? There's two parallel universes running right now. Okay, if you believe in fucking string theory, right? Universe A is the one where we're in right now. Okay, I'm gonna have to wager that universe, Boogie's probably gonna be like, my doctor said, fuck no. Now universe B, okay, where we're all like fucking Satanists, like fucking living on Cloud City and shit, having this podcast on like hologram vision. In that universe, Boogie's like fucking 6-pack abs, like ready to fucking go after a year, like he's dropped all the weight and he's like about to fucking rip Sam Hyde's fucking Calusi apart. That's another universe, right?
It's like that
in
new
that
movie.
universe.
Did you see that movie, Everything Everywhere?
Morbius?
Morbius. No. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's like the multiverse movie. Like Boogie, puts the thing in his ear and then he just becomes this ripped, fucking like handsome, beautiful teeth, amazing jawline guy. And then he clicks it back and he turns into his...
not a handsome, beautiful teeth, amazing jawline guy right now? Like,
no comment. I plead the fifth.
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, and I don't know. Sam Hyde's always just seemed kind of scary because he's built like a
fucking.
I mean, he's built
like Sasquatch.
Yeah, like scary. Yeah, he's built like a scary person.
Well, like
sure.
you see him work out, and it's like, no, he's gonna kill you. Like he's gonna kill you.
Even him boxing in the iDubbbz video, I was like, holy shit! Like he can really throw him. Like,
it's mostly attitude, anyways.
For sure.
Like really, when it comes to like the competition side of it, it's like how confident you are in your abilities and how consistent. Like how can you take what you've learned in the gym and actually let it come through in a high pressure environment? Because that's all attitude.
It's a good point, because it's like in a controlled environment, you could teach me how to box and I could be like fucking Mike Tyson up in that bitch, but it's completely different because when you're in the ring, it's like, oh shit. It's like when you're like standing in front of like a crowd and you're like, oh, am I in my underwear? Fuck, that's the feeling, right? It's like unless. Because you have to process it really fast, right? Like the other guy is not catering to you in training; they're actually catering to kick your fucking ass, like you are without a doubt in a straight up fight and flight shit. So
because you see like a bunch like with like the UFC and stuff, you see dudes who just look insane and unbeatable in the gym, and they just run through people and they just choke.
Yeah,
they're actually
that happens a lot.
And when it's time to fight,
or like they'll go out there and they're too scared to engage, even though they could easily fuck this guy up. They're just like scared of obviously getting knocked out, or like on a in an arena with a ton of people there. But like
we need Sam Hyde to beat Boogie so Boogie could go up against Deji for his redemption match.
What if Deji loses to Boogie?
I would know.
That would be,
No.
Oh, I could die a happy man.
If I knew that was gonna happen, boys, I would buy the fucking nicest VIP room in whatever like Staples Center $1 million VIP room.
I would just be waiting
just to watch that shit.
I would be waiting to see KSI's next thumbnail after Deji loses to Boogie. Like, oh,
Sam Hyde's also 6'4".
Yeah, he's fucking huge.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's like there's no chance, literally no chance, no shot.
Well,
No shot.
the other thing about it too is so this is what I theorize, right? We all know Keem is a troll. He's involved in the situation, right? I don't
Love
I don't
Keem.
think Sam's going to show up. I think
Really?
I
think
think
so?
what's going to happen is night
Oh
of
my god! You're a genius. I know
night
where you're going.
of
I know where you're
night
going
of
with this.
Boogie's going to come in, and on the other side is the Hassel
Frank
Doctrine.
Hassel,
He's
bro!
gonna
Oh my
fuck
I
god!
knew you were
going
Oh my
there.
god!
Oh
I
my
swear to God, that is literally, dude, that's
Dude.
something I would do. That is something I would unintentionally fucking organize.
He just walks out with a gun.
Oh.
He just walks out with a gun.
Yeah, like Frank comes out, 2 revolvers in the air, pop, 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 fucking wild tootin'. But I actually think that's how the boxing match is going to work personally. Like, I know in reality, he's not going to show up to the boxing match. Like, it's probably going to be like, I have a health problem or something. Or some have theorized that he might play the pacifist card. I don't know. All right. It is what it is with Boogie.
True.
So who knows what's going to play out? Who knows how it works? I mean, I will say in the last 2 years, the conversations I've had with Boogie are pretty friendly. I think maybe he's become a bit self-aware. Like maybe he's realized this is how I should like take myself a little differently on the internet. But who knows with these kind of people,
Yeah.
right? Who knows
True.
where their fucking mind is?
True.
He's always seemed like a nice guy to me too. Like I never paid attention to the drama and stuff, and I've known of him for a very long time. And then like he lost all the weight and he got new teeth and stuff, and I was like, like who is this person? There's something. It's the same thing with the Christian stuff. I just knew a little bit about it, and then maybe saw like 1 or 2 videos, but nothing to the level of like actually going down the rabbit hole. Like as an example, the only thing I knew about Christian for years was PewDiePie's video of it.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Really?
From
That's like an
2017
old,
or
that's
whatever.
like
But
a
that,
older video.
well, I was following it since I want to say like 2014-ish.
When are you buying a house in Texas, Muda?
I'm thinking of buying one probably around November, December. I gotta actually clear taxes this year and then fucking take care of a couple things around here. But I want to live out there in the winter. I want to actually move
That's
out
cool.
to Texas around. I want to have like a permanent thing in the winter over there. I don't really have a whole lot of stuff keeping me here in Toronto. Like I've got my family and everything, but like, Texas is only like a fucking flight away, so it's like I can go back and forth
Yeah.
anytime. But I'm planning on like moving like business over there a little bit, just because it's Texas, a little bit better, for taxes and everything. Also, I do like Texas a lot. Last time I was there, I think I picked the wrong city. Houston was okay, but I think like moving
Don't
near
go to Houston.
yeah, moving near Dallas or like fucking something like that is better. Just outside of Dallas, like kind of how I live outside the city here.
Yeah, for sure. That's the move. I'm like an hour and a half from Dallas basically,
Mhm.
but I fucking love it, dude. It's just so because it's like an hour. Pretty much everything is an hour away, or like an hour and a half away basically.
It's-
Austin, Houston's like 5 hours away to be fair, but everything else is pretty
It's
close.
just a free, awesome state, man. Like
Mhm. It's just fun.
it's not. Last time I was there, it's the one state where you can rent a machine gun for $50 a day and fucking shoot
yeah.
next to Jesus. It's like that's
Oh yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
that's the best part about it. But yeah, no,
Yep.
I plan on the States at some point. Oh, he's trying like
Boys,
3
I'm so
browsers.
fucking
There's 2 of them in
sorry.
here.
No,
It's
it's not
been
a
a
problem.
disaster. I don't know why. My internet just keeps fucking up.
Oh, if
You're good,
you
man.
got
You're
OBS,
good.
it's fine. Like that'll be like a nice backup track on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It records in here though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
here.
This since you left and came back, it'll have like a million different videos and stuff. So your OBS thing
Tara will not be happy.
So make sure
Okay.
she has the play button.
Let's
She has
all
the play
apologize to her. Everyone look in the camera and apologize
I'm
to her.
sorry.
Sorry,
Tara.
It was my
Sorry,
fault. It was my
Tara.
fault. I'm sorry, Tara.
Well, I'm not OBSing, but fuck.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure with
I
yours
do
it'll be
every
fine.
week just in case, but Microsoft Edge has been treating me like a king, homie.
Yeah, I've never had a single problem.
See, can I just say when we're talking about web browsers, I fucking hate BuzzFeed, Daily Mail, and all these fucking websites. So
Same,
I
bro.
do a lot of like web security shit, like cybersecurity stuff on my like virus investigation shit because I enjoy that stuff. Now, I keep every morning I wake up and I'm taking a fat fucking shit. I always have to open up Google and see like, hey guys, billions of users have been notified that Google has left their browser hack. Like it's the most clickbait, insane shit. And you click on the actual like fucking like page and it's like, we just read this page from Google and it details billions of people have their information hacked. And then like you go onto the page and it's fucking patch notes. You know, like how like a company releases like patch notes, like, hey guys, we just updated our browser. And then the clickbait gods at BuzzFeed, Daily Mail, and all this garbage fucking like National Enquirer turning it around. So anyways, I made this whole video showing like how you can like actually get hacked by like one link or whatever. But yeah, it's just one thing that always drives me insane with like all this clickbait, like internet related shit in general. Even when it comes time for like watching YouTube videos, it's like even in this field, even with like computer security and everything, it's always motherfuckers who just like blow everything to an astronomical proportion. And I get it, you know, it's a YouTube game, you know, you got to clickbait the fuck out of it. All right.
For
But
sure.
it reminds me of like the Y2K days, you know? People don't know this, but Y2K was actually serious, right? Like there were a lot of engineers leading up to the year 2000 that actually fixed up a lot of those systems. But except the media made it like, oh guys, guess what? The moment the date turns fucking January 1st, zombies are going to invade, okay? Fucking world hunger is about to strike, nukes are going off.
Yeah, all the missiles are going to launch.
Everything is going to collapse. Every electronic is going to explode.
I know. And it's
Hope
like,
your phone's in airplane mode or goodbye.
I don't turn my phone in airplane mode when I'm on the fucking airplane. I'll be honest.
Yeah. I swear it doesn't even do anything. Like it.
I think it does, but like the antenna's still functioning and everything.
Yeah, honestly, if one person turns their phone off airplane mode, it's just gonna fucking.
That's it.
The whole plane's gonna.
That's the one.
Kill that you did. It was one too many.
That's going to be the chubby emu video. It's like, this one user didn't turn on airplane mode. This is what happened.
Dude,
you won't believe
speaking of that, Chubby Emu is coming to my house in 13 days.
Oh my god,
dang.
Yup. We're gonna film a video. So
That's
fucking
awesome.
excited, dude.
Bro, are you gonna be the subject of his video, or are you gonna show him?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. He'll be here on the 15th. I'll probably bring out my fat guy. I got a fat like skeleton, really fat skeleton. I'm gonna get my little stick. I'm gonna point at it. I'm gonna ask him questions.
Wait, you actually have a fat skeleton? No fucking way.
No, there's no such thing as a fat skeleton. What's a fat skeleton?
I'm just a convincing liar.
No, wait. No, I'm serious, because you have like urinals and shit in your house and stuff. So I'm like, a fat skeleton doesn't seem like it's out of the ordinary. Like, is it just sitting there?
There's a fucking mannequin in my bathroom too. You know, Nikki Nihachu, the woman from the Dream SMP.
No.
The girl from the Dream SMP.
No.
There are girls in the Dream SMP. News to me.
There's one girl in the Dream SP. She came over a couple weeks ago to film. I did like a meme video or whatever with her, and I told her to walk in that bathroom, and there's the fucking scary ass mannequin in the back and scared the hell out of her. It was so funny. I felt really guilty after.
I still believe the idea of like the hell SMP needs to happen. Like anybody that gets down and canceled needs to show up in the fucking shithole SMP.
I'm down. The Epic SMP's like over now though too. They're all over.
I was gonna say I haven't heard anything about SMPs in like a long time. I remember there was like the Dream SMP and like Epic. There was some really big ones like maybe a year ago. I don't hear anything about them anymore.
Yeah.
Well, the issue is
Epic relaunched in January.
Yeah, that's true. Everyone gets canceled and then it ruins it.
It used to be like SMPs and like Among Us used to run side by side. And you know, this is the funniest thing. Like, I don't even see anybody fucking on that grind anymore. Like
the Among Us grind.
No, dude, do you remember way back, like fucking people would center their whole channels around one fucking game?
Yeah.
And I always found this really stupid.
Among Us.
Yeah, Among Us. But like even before then, in my time, there was Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Like FNAF and shit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Everyone would play FNAF.
It's Jack Black.
I would be on like Skype groups at the time. This is how old it is. Skype groups, right? Like we'd be sitting over there, and this guy gave me advice on my channel, right? Like so at the time I was smaller channel, right? Like.
Who was it?
I'm not at liberty to say because where he's gonna watch this podcast and get mad at me.
Is it someone I know?
No.
Is it a FNAF guy?
No, it's not a FNAF guy. It's like totally somebody in like the creepypasta circle.
Oh, right. Sorry. I thought you were talking. I thought you meant FNAF.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So like in this circle, I don't even want to start drama with that community because they're worse than the T channels. But like, actually way worse. Like the T channels are like fucking the United Nations compared to these motherfuckers. I'll be real with you. But like, so anyways, at the time we were just sitting over there, right? Like, and my channel would get like fucking 20,000 views, right? Like on a video, which is like whatever. I was happy, right? Like I just made content like I still do now. And at the time FNAF blew up, right? So I downloaded like Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like, let me see what the hype is all about. And I swear to God, I've never been more fucking bored in my life playing that game than anything else. Like there was a point.
It's boring. I'm with you there.
People don't know this, but in the two FNAF videos I made, my monitor had FNAF recording, and on the right of that was a fucking sheet called taxes, where I was just like checking my tax like fucking filings. Okay, I was more interested in doing taxes than I was playing FNAF because nothing fucking happens in that game. Okay, Freddy shows up to the door and he's like, woo. Yeah,
it's just like fucking looking left and right.
So I'd go onto
Pressing
these
buttons.
I'd go onto these Skype groups and they'd be like, "Hey, so do you know this is really gonna blow up like crazy?" And it did, without a shadow of a doubt, it did. My Pat helped out with that. He wasn't watching porn; he was watching FNAF. It was a different role. And everyone was, and you know the amount of people that like lied to me in my face. They were like, "Muda, do you know that this game is scary like Silent Hill?" Like the Ring.
Oh my
I'm
god!
I'm like sitting over there. I'm like, "There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way you think haunted Chuck E. Cheese is actually that scary."
Yeah, it's like the first jump scare where it's like right in your fucking face and you don't expect it. It's like, whoa, holy shit. And then it's like, all right, I can no longer pretend that this is scary.
The trick is it bores you to tears. So when something actually happens, you don't expect it.
It's a lot of just doing nothing, and then you get scared. Like, you know, it's like, oh.
But see, like, we don't get bored. We're just like, oh my god, something's happening. Holy shit, thank you. Wow. And then,
No.
like, whoa, I'm getting attacked. Hell yeah.
Thank God, I was getting so goddamn bored.
So there was a point where like all these fucking creepypasta channels were like, oh, let's stop narrating. Let's just fucking play FNAF. So every day they would just keep playing FNAF. Now you can only play the same game so many times before even the embryos start getting bored. So then they would start playing like the most fucking brain rotting shit I'd ever see, like 5 Nights at Shrek's Love Shack, 5 Nights at this homeless guy's practice. Yeah, they would go on to like fucking they would go onto these indie sites and they'd find like the most obtuse games, like 5 Nights at Sonic.exe, like fucking Tails would show up with like ass open. I was like, what the fuck is this garbage?
5 Nights at
Squidward.
What's that?
Oh my God.
Stupid dog! Courage the Cowardly Dog. 5 Nights at Courage's house. I played that one on my channel. Yeah, it's like
I've never heard about any of these before.
Oh my god!
Stupid dog!
Stupid dog!
You make me look bad. And then it's like the it's that. That's what it is. Yeah. It's that episode. The slab.
That was
I played that game.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't know about the whole like industry of like, because they're so easy to make, right? Like, you know, fucking child could sit down and code.
You have these Pokemon channels, right? And they're playing Pokemon games all the time. How many times do you play the same Pokemon game, right? Well, the good news is, since the main games are just reskins of previous games, you can also have mods just being reskins of other games. So there's
but then you're risking Nintendo fucking copywriting you down.
Bro, like, Nintendo doesn't copyright mods, okay? They just copyright Smash Melee tournaments.
Just like
I know the Nintendo folks are good people.
Just like Paramount doesn't copyright my ass he does. That's what everyone on fucking Nintendo Online tells me. But like, have you ever seen the new SpongeBob fan movie that just came out last night? I don't know if you all like were watching that.
Have you ever seen the new SpongeBob fan movie that came out last night? Has something no one has ever asked me or even maybe said.
Well, listen, I was following this project for over a year, okay? So a bunch of fans actually sat down, animated the fucking thing in their own style, voice acted it. So for 2 years, everyone knew that they were doing this, right? Like Paramount fucking knew it. So on the night, 2 years later, when they finally finished the project, everything was edited, uploaded, and ready to go. They made a YouTube premiere. They fucking copyright strike the YouTube premiere the night of fucking Paramount Global comes the fuck in and DMCA's them after knowing the project was in active development for 2 fucking years. They knew. They goddamn knew. They didn't make a dime off it. They just shut them down right there and then. Which arguably makes Paramount actually worse than Nintendo. Because at least Nintendo, like, as soon as they catch whiff that, oh shit, you're using Pokemon to make a better game, destroyed, right? Like, whether you're done or not. Paramount
fucking sucks. They made the Halo TV show.
They wait for you to finish, and then they're like, okay.
Paramount's legal team is like fucking, they're just like jacking themselves off. It's like, hold on. You gotta really strike them down when it hurts the hardest.
Listen, as soon as it's gonna premiere. Like, dude, we want to make them cry, okay?
I have to imagine they were popping champagne the night they took it out. It's like, guys, it took 1.5 years to wait for this epic DMCA bomb, and I'm so glad we shat on the fucking fans this hard.
We did it. We waited all this time. We waited so long for this day.
I feel that way whenever, like, you upload a video and it's monetized and, like, you upload it and then it gets demonetized instantly. You
Oh,
know what
I
I'm
just
talking
love
about?
it when you upload the video when you upload it 3 days in advance and it stays monetized the moment you hit public.
Instant.
Dang. See, that's not, the opposite has happened to me. Where something was demonetized, I was trying to get it monetized. I was like, oh, fuck it. It's like I kept requesting reviews and it wouldn't work, and I would re-upload it and everything. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just put it up demonetized. And then it got monetized like as soon as it went up, and I was like,
that has never happened to me.
it was crazy. I was so hyped.
Yeah, that's insane.
I just make the public. I just make it public if I ever get demonetized. Because at that point, I'm like, I'm not playing to you, YouTube, anymore. You can eat my ass. I'm just gonna fucking release this and call it a day. Fuck me. And
Right.
I don't know, in that capacity, like YouTube. I mean, YouTube sucks a lot of ass, and I don't know if they'll ever fix that. Personally, it's made making edgy content hard. Like when I watch your channel, Ghost Gun, you do not make friendly topics. Okay?
No,
you do not. You make topics that are definitely going to cost you, the YouTube fucking
the coin.
out. Yeah, not just the coin, but also
and the
it's
appreciation
like,
of the robots.
Yeah, like I assume the manual reviewer somewhere in like fucking Angola, Zaire or whatever, like fucking doesn't understand a lick of what you've done.
See, I thought the exact same thing. I'm like, the Bangladeshi guy who's reviewing this has no clue what anti-work is. So hopefully I can get around it like that.
You think he ever looks at us like Americans get to choose when they leave the sweatshop? What the fuck?
Anti-work. What is this?
The anti-work.
Well, like one of your thumbnails, like very recently, 2 months ago, Reddit degenerates. Now, when you make Reddit degenerates, you put mods, then you put losers, and then it's like, man, this man's feeling brave. Pedos.
Yeah,
doesn't even care. It's like
put that. Well, and I got green $sign right away. I asked Art about that. I was like, do you think I could put that in there and it would be okay in the thumbnail? Gamer from Mars, and he was like, maybe, like, try it and then maybe try for a review or whatever. First time I put it up, it was good, and I was like, I was shocked at that because I thought for sure it would get.
Why didn't you do that on the Discord mods video?
I think because that's a pretty old video, and I think I haven't updated the thumbnail since I like posted it. So I know some people go back and like redo all their old thumbnails, which I should probably do at some point. But a lot of those old thumbnails are like the first one I made.
Yeah,
that's why they're pretty shit.
That the Reddit degenerates, I'm surprised it's monetized, because for me, whenever I would put the word degenerate in a title, it would get instantly blasted.
Really? Eh?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, if I use any words, really, I can tell either A, the video doesn't get as many impressions, or B, it'll get demonetized.
I write the word deep web and the whole video is just gone. It's obliterated to YouTube tell. It's deleted. No one sees it.
For me, degenerates never survive.
Dang, that's because that was like, yeah.
For me, big fat cocks is the real one that just gets me fucking blacklisted every single time. Fucking long, plump
dick.
Trying to
censor me. Talking about.
Man, I hate when I put racial slurs in the title of the video, just gets demonetized.
It's so sensitive, man.
I'm glad that I covered that deep web stuff to its basically extent before YouTube was like, yeah, fuck it, this is not okay anymore. Because the moment that it started demonetizing me, I was like, I'm looking at the same website over and over again, so I'm not really fucking hurting for this anymore. Like occasionally I'll come back to it, but it's like there's only so many hitman websites, like honeypots that you can see before like fucking just stop. But I mean, like, when you upload a thumbnail, like, you literally uploaded DSP fucking nutting.
Oh, yeah.
How do you expect that to fucking succeed?
That didn't get... I think that one's yellow $sign. That one, and I have a Christian one that's age restricted. And I couldn't figure out why, and then I rewatched the video recently, and it's because I put the video of him fucking his PS3. I put that in the video. I think I got it. I think I got a ding.
That'll do it, bro. Like, he's from Virginia,
Rutgersville, really? Virginia.
They put something in the water up there. That's where I'm from.
Good old...
What the fuck? No.
Come
way.
on.
Well, like that was
cool,
one of my...
man. Be cool.
So here's my favorite Chris Chan moment of my life. Okay, when I was a younger person. One of the videos that Chris Chan made was during a saga known as Jenkin Jenkies.
Oh, so yeah, I know the video you're talking about.
So he tried infiltrating on a troll forum board as like somebody else, right? So what he would do is he'd put like a fucking blue like carpet on him, like a blue like a towel on his head, and he would be like, I'm Jenkins, totally not Chris Chan. Anyways, guys, let me in. Fuck her. Like, he would come in that way. That's actually where the whole PS3 fucking kind of came out of. He destroyed the PlayStation 3,
Right.
fucked it because of it. Now, that video that I was watching with like his face covered, my dad, who, you know, I was a younger guy that time, he walked by my room and it was just running on my laptop, you know, this one fucking video. And my dad looks inside the room and he looks at that video and he looks at me and not a word gets said. He just walks away. He's like,
I don't even want to ask.
No, not even close, not even getting into that one. That's my iconic favorite Chris Chan moment. That's the one where it's like, all right, now my father has disowned me. So I might as well just keep watching.
That's when he walks up to your mom and says, "He's your son."
No,
Yeah.
He like whips out his wallet. You won the bet.
You know, when you were born, he gave up. That was it.
I mean, that's pretty much what it came down to. And
Well,
then
that's a classic clip, though, because he's like, it's so obviously him, and the trolls are pretending that they don't know it's him, but they do.
Mhm.
And he's just like, I hate Christian Weston Chandler because he is fat and lazy, and he doesn't want to work. And then they convince him to destroy his PS3 because they put like a bounty on it, and so
Yeah, $9,001. Yeah, it's just a fucking meme. Exactly. Well,
it's so funny.
how do you only have a 7-minute video? I can understand about Discord mods and Redditors, but how is it you only have a 7-minute video on mukbangers?
Oh, okay. I think that was like, because at the time, that was like before my channel took off or anything. I had like maybe a few hundred subscribers max.
Yeah.
And I was editing on like a torrented version of Final Cut on like a shitty Mac at the time.
Let's go.
And I just like couldn't afford to like export videos like, you know, at a certain length or like with too many.
You actually pay for your editing software? What the fuck?
No, yes, I do.
Yeah,
definitely now. Now, definitely.
We all
I know, right? That's no.
Same.
Of course, yeah.
Same.
100%.
I don't have an editing
Right,
software.
guys?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh,
Give it
yeah.
all to my
Yep.
Yeah, I edit everything.
Yeah, of course. 100%. Yeah, it's what? Go ahead.
No, but like with mukbang, it was like I that was kind of a video out of nowhere. I was like, what is this? I went into it blind. I didn't really know much about it, and then like went in and kind of did the research on it. But I think something I've kind of prioritized with my channel is like cutting out the filler, because I don't like when I'm watching a video and it's like very obvious, especially if it's like a kind of a video essay or something. I hate when there's like filler in there, or I feel like they're repeating the same things. So I do it too sometimes, like, you know, by accident or whatever. So I think that's what I was trying to do when I started. And it was like, you know, over time, just slowly increasing the length of them and like the scripts and everything.
Right.
But now, I mean, they come out less frequently now, but I'd like to think they're higher quality than they were back then.
Well, I just went to your channel to like look at the Degenerates thumbnail that Muda was talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm getting some big PTSD flashbacks right now looking at your 5-ish thumbnail because I watched that show.
Are you serious? Did you actually?
A friend of mine. So I grew up Jewish Orthodox, and a friend of mine was really into the show. Yeah.
Really?
Is that just like a Jewish show to watch?
It's a Jewish show.
It's like looking back at it, I didn't think of the show in like 20 years. Literally 20 years. But thinking back, I'm like, wow, that was pretty racist in a weird way.
Well, no, they have a good sense of humor about it though. Like they're
the mascot is a $5 bill.
This money, yeah.
It's all these money.
It's these Jewish children running and chasing a $5 bill. But it's created by like a Jewish like an organization.
So
like they're real hoorah. They do a lot of like.
I haven't thought of this in 20 years.
That's crazy. You actually know it.
Oh my!
For a man who slaps a demonetization, have you ever decided to cover Iranian Mickey Mouse?
No. What
the hell's that?
I'm intrigued.
You have no idea what oh my god, guys. Okay, so Nux, do you have any idea who Iranian Mickey Mouse is?
No.
Okay, so Iranian Mickey Mouse, all right, to let you guys know, let me get his exact name.
I'm intrigued just by the name.
So, okay,
he's gonna read his name. It's just gonna be like my actual docs.
I'm gonna screen share this. Like I'm gonna screen share this image to build the exact how should I say, to build
the suspense.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. The suspense. I just need to get his exact name real quick. What the hell is it? This is a show from Palestine, funded by Hamas, as you can imagine. We're headed into a wild
We're
game.
really getting into it here.
Okay.
We're really getting into it.
I found his name.
What is it? Iranian Mickey Mouse?
Iranian Mickey Mouse. Hold on. Don't Google it yet.
Okay.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Sorry.
Okay. So I'm sharing this screen. Okay. Do you guys see this?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That looks
So
like Mickey Mouse to me.
this is known as Farfour. Okay. Now, this is not Iranian, Palestinian Mickey Mouse. So. The point that this is like the Hamas's way of creating a kid-friendly character that would talk about the evils of the Israeli like fucking Zionists.
Oh my god!
And so there are actual clips where he comes out and is like, "Oh, death to the Zionists!"
Oh my god!
Oh my lord! That's insane!
Yeah!
Yeah, it's fucking
Preach it, brother!
He would come out. It's like, remember, for Allah, you must stop the Zionists. I was like,
oh my god!
And it was like 1 a.m. and like fucking, I saw this on a YouTube video. I'm like, I saw it because I'm like, that don't look like Mickey Mouse to me. It looks like fucking off-brand fucking Mickey Mouse I'd find in like Argentinian sweatshop. So then I click on it, and he's like you got these little 2 kids sitting down playing like fucking puzzles, and he comes out like that. He puts the guns out. He's like, kids, remember the evil imperialists from the west are destroying our culture. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
That is insane. That is insane.
I don't know.
I love that.
I might look into this further. This sounds like a great video.
Honestly, it's kind of crazy how like the indoctrination, like they teach kids, right?
Oh yeah.
It's all it is. It's like fucking propaganda. It's like, here's some of his quotes. And we will liberate Iraq with Allah's will. Like fucking, we will win, Bush. He like directly calls out George fucking Bush, dude. I was like,
he doesn't fuck around. Palestinian Mickey Mouse.
Like, just imagine you're like a kid and shit, right? Like you're like, oh, I want to watch cartoons. You went on the cartoon and this guy's coming out. It's like the evil Western regime of the United States.
You didn't watch this. You had no childhood if you didn't watch this.
Dude, I can't believe this. If only I had my 5-ish addiction was replaced with this, that would have been so much better.
You converted from 5-ish to Palestinian Mickey Mouse.
Now here's the real kicker. You want to know what happened to Farfour?
What?
No.
He got killed by the Israeli Defense Force.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
No way.
Was he like doing an attack, or it was just like, all right, we had enough of this guy. Yoink.
No, he was actually killed by an Israeli interrogator.
An interrogator?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. Hazim al-Shawari, who is the original host of it, Farfour, the guy behind it, the guy in the fucking suit, was killed by an Israeli interrogator, adding that the show wanted to send a message to this character that would fit the reality of Palestinian life. El-Shawari states, a child sees his neighbors killed or blown up on a beach, and how do I explain this to a kid that already knows? And it's all about the Israeli occupation and shit like that. But yeah, he was in fact killed by a...
Oh my shit! Oh that's actually terrifying. Oh my god!
I know. Now, I believe even Disney recognized it. I think like one of the original like family members of Disney, like I think it was like some 70-year-old woman. She like recognized like that's not okay. We do not approve of that. Now I don't know what Walt Disney thought about the Jews or something. That's a whole different story. But we don't agree with the.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, Disney has a lot of
skeletons. A lot of skeletons in the closet there.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, this is something that Walt would probably have fucking come up with.
Would have been like, yes. That was actually the original design for Mickey Mouse.
Farfour, he got the first draft of Mickey Mouse.
I imagine like there's a version of there's a version of Walt that's like, or he's like frozen underneath some like Disneyland or whatever, and he like wakes up and he sees Farfour on TV. It's like, oh my god, finally, I woke up in the right timeline.
Yes. The string theory.
But wasn't there a whole theory that they froze like Disney's head or something, or was that someone else?
I thought it was his whole body. I thought they just froze him.
I don't understand. Yeah. So if they froze him right back then, he's actually just dead because that's not properly how you cryogenically freeze someone. Like you just die.
Yeah, they just threw him in the freezer and they're like, all right, we'll take him out eventually. I mean, he's
dead, but we'll bring him out once in a while, I guess.
What?
Yeah,
for
exactly.
Parties,
But yeah, this.
They should give him like a Chairman Mao, like where they have him in the glass. They should have him like that in Disney World, and you go pay your respects to Walt Disney, his frozen corpse.
Apparently, one of the episodes included a scene from some fictional Israeli analog to a show called Dr. Bagelman's Hour of Hate or something, and they had a parody of like public broadcasting services fund drive segments in which a masked gunman says the programs like Tomorrow's Pioneer depends on the fanatical support of viewers like you. They actually legitimately had terror Patreon.
They're like some fucking like some public access television like.
Well, I was when I saw this back in the day, I'm like, this can't be real. And then I watched it, I'm like, oh my god, they just went ham on it. And then I'm like, wait, why hasn't Disney sued it? And I'm like, oh, of course, it's in Palestine. They don't have a fucking office there. They can't get sued. What's gonna happen? But when I saw that he got killed by an actor posing, and by the way, that's also a troll too. He didn't actually die. That's what they did in the show.
Oh, I totally believed you. By the way,
I was fully on board. It's so crazy. Why would that be the lie of all of this?
Why he would get killed? Like, okay, think about it. He'd have a show, right? Like, yeah, you're running propaganda, but I don't think Israel's IDF and Spec Ops is sending a guy to kill Farfour. What the fuck?
I don't know, bro. There's some pretty crazy operations that go on.
Listen, man, the CIA didn't they have an operation where they wanted to put bats on fire or something and create fire bombs? Like I swear that's a real thing.
No,
dude.
What?
Operation Batman.
No, wait. CIA. I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, so
I can call up my cousins in Hezbollah and ask them if they have any information.
Nora's gonna have to run the beep campaign on this fucking podcast.
I literally have cousins in Hezbollah. Isn't that crazy?
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, Lebanese.
Do you actually?
Lebanese.
Oh,
my like grandmother or great grandmother is Lebanese, and all of that side of their family is still in Lebanon. They're all Muslim.
Okay, that doesn't mean that they're part of.
4 of them are in Hezbollah. It does mean that they're part of Hezbollah because we know them.
That does mean.
Yeah. I'm aware of my family.
Did they let you own firearms in your state? Yeah, I just found that Project X-Ray, America's secret World War II plan to drop bat bombs on Japan.
Yeah, it was like, I swear, after they won the Second World War, they had all these crazy fucking things. They're like, we're on top of the world. You know, there was like that experiment with the dolphin in the house. Did you hear about that? Where they tried to see if the dolphin could speak to the lady, and she ended up like giving a hand job. It's just. Yeah, no, it's just they built a house. I might be fucking it up. They built the house and flooded it like to the point where the lady could live in it and the dolphin. And they also put them both on acid because it was like the 50s.
Yeah, that's what the CIA did then.
Yeah, they were just like, well,
Here,
it's the 50s. We're riding high. Let's just put you both on acid.
CIA is probably, have you tried the shit I just made in the lab? Crack cocaine? I bet the minorities would love this shit.
Whoa.
Guys, did you see, speaking of, okay, so this is not like you just said minorities, right? And it reminded me of a tweet by the infamous Nikocado Avocado.
Oh, tell us, my king.
Wait, what is
he
this?
just tweeted yesterday.
Oh, no.
Let me find it and read it exactly so I have it verbatim.
Can you read it
Hold
like
on a
Donald
second.
Trump
I hope
does,
it's still
please?
up.
Yeah, do it like in the Donald Trump voice with the hand motion.
He said, I have a theory. Fried chicken makes people violent.
What?
Wait, what?
That's what he said. Literally, he tweeted that yesterday.
I love how that.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean? How is that a theory, Nikocado?
Well,
Aristotle,
By the way,
Socrates,
did have an
Nikocado,
entire
avocado.
video about chicken.
He's being like kind of called out.
He
for being racially
calculated
motivated.
if you have a pit, how many fried chicken thingos do you have to throw in the pit to make your landing in the pit less impactful? He literally made a video about that. Like, how much fried chicken do you throw in the pit to make the pit smaller and cushionier?
I want to ask something. Is that why he has his account privated?
Yeah, I did follow him. I'm the only person he's ever followed. I have DMs with Nikocado Avocado.
What?
How crazy is that?
Dude.
That's you're a celebrity.
I'm legitimately a
actually-
celebrity.
What are you doing here?
You got to understand,
You
he's
should be
actually a
interviewing-
celebrity, though. Like, I'm not even joking. He's actually known as the White Devil. He doesn't tell people this too often.
The White Ghost. The White Ghost.
Sorry,
White
White
devil.
Ghost.
Yeah, in China, I'm a celebrity in China.
That sounds a little better than
Yeah, I
Wait,
did.
are you being serious? Or are you
Yeah,
fucking
they
with me?
uploaded this, like, these people randomly uploaded my videos on Bilibili, and then they sent me an email and asked me to do like an intro in Chinese or something. And so I learned Chinese for a month, literally all as a joke, by the way, because I thought it was fucking funny. And
Oh, shut up! You did it to understand John Cena. Come on.
I have 400,000.
Yeah,
I have 400,000
John-
like subscribers and like 40 million views in China.
Oh my god!
All the comments are
the
really
hell?
nice too. Like they're all like this white ghost I like and stuff like that. Well, I translated obviously, but they call me the white ghost.
You should be the next. What's his name? Bart Baker, the guy who used to do the parody songs. He's just like,
Dude, I've said so much shit like what I'm about to say that I'm just mentioning Tiananmen Square. Like that completely annihilates me from being an actual. They don't know that I say these things. I don't think.
What's wrong with Tiananmen Square? Nothing happened.
You know what? You know.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. The context is important. Did anything happen there?
No, it's a
In
place,
1989?
but it doesn't-
You know what I kind of want to
June
do as a
4th, I
video
think.
idea now, Caleb, on Bilibili and
What?
shit, is I want to just sit down and make like a whole channel where I start out a month just like uploading like stupid gameplay videos or some dumb shit, like just to get by like, fucking the Chinese censors and like, their surveillance. And then I just want to fucking like slowly see how long it takes for me to get banned by mentioning like Winnie the Pooh. Like, anyways, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Hey guys, so I'm playing Call of Duty Tiananmen Square. Google Tiananmen Square.
You need I believe you need a publishing company to
just need to
actually
start
upload
off-
your videos for you.
Oh, they have
Really?
that monitor?
Yeah, 'cause
Really?
it's that-
Actually,
it's
I'm not
that,
surprised.
like,
I'm not
yeah,
surprised.
you can't just
but
upload
yeah.
shit.
Do you want to try a thing where like we actually like really go the mile? And so this is what we do: we upload gameplay footage of like Call of Duty or Rainbow Six or just video games, right? Like standard esports shit. But in the chat box, we just every other minute we put in like facts like Tiananmen Square tank man, like just to bypass.
Free Hong
Like, we
Kong.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like we
Yeah.
upload Grand Theft Auto footage, and like very slyly replace one of the advertisements in Los Santos with like "Free Hong Kong, stop the oppression." The CCP is like just fucking upload shit like that, and see how long it takes to get banned off of the account.
I reckon it wouldn't take that long. I feel like
I would assume the only thing is you'd need somebody in China to make the account and work with it, because that's
Yeah.
one of the things I had to do, because there was a while that I used to play Chinese like free to play games. Like they actually had like Call of Duty for China, which was super fucking awesome.
is that the one where they
even
don't
though-
die but they like surrender when they get shot, or is that like Chinese CS:GO?
No, that's
Oh my
Chinese
God.
CS:GO, because China Call of Duty is like shit, destroyed either like Russia, and then it's like fucking just Call of Duty but just fully Chinese. Actually, super fun, like super well made. They shut it down like forever ago because I guess most people in China are playing on cell phones now, and it's easier to monitor people on there. But when I was on there, you needed like fucking citizen ID cards, and like you needed like special like connection for like WeChat. Like they had basically everyone locked down and monitored. And it's a weird part of the internet because other countries do this too. Like South Korea, I believe, does it, where like I think it's initially to curb video game addiction is what they started off with, but it's really just a way for you to be monitored, and like they can limit your playtime and like see what the fuck you're saying. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
if little Billy's talking about fucking going up against Winnie the Pooh, then little Billy doesn't sign on the next couple days anymore, and little Billy's gone. So
Yeah, Billy's blacklisted.
yeah, blacklisted.
Little Billy should have been using ExpressVPN, which sponsored this video and is linked in the description.
Actually, yeah, but that means little Billy would have to taste the breath of freedom in another country to download ExpressVPN before returning back to China.
True. Yeah.
They used to be a thing though. Like I remember they went up crazy. They like actually went up like ham against China, like against Apple, so they wouldn't host VPNs anymore. So like literally they would just like fly out to like Korea or some other country, download it, and come back, and then just have VPNs forever. It's an interesting topic, the Chinese Great Firewall, because it's like the way that I always look at China is it's North Korea, but if they had the U.S. level of funds, like infrastructure, money, and like that superpower shit.
Right.
So like
Single-party communist,
Yeah.
but with an actual GDP.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like fucking. Well, are they even really communist though? Because it's like they pretty much operate like a fucking
Yeah, they have like
capitalist country.
Tencent and all those
anyways.
massive companies that are all, but they're private, but they have seats in the Communist Party. Like,
Have you ever noticed?
Yeah, they have the authoritarian aspects of communism,
Well, have you ever seen?
but not
what's-
the cultural aspects of
Have you ever seen
communism.
what's happened to a lot of those Chinese CEOs lately? They've just been disappearing.
I've heard about
what Chinese CEOs.
Yeah, disappearing. I've never heard of that guy.
Oh,
But I have
exactly.
heard about that, about them just going missing, and like billionaires, like just random billionaires from China just going missing.
Jack Ma.
Jack Ma.
Yeah, he hasn't been seen in a while.
Jack Ma was one of the
I heard
big.
that.
He's like basically the Jeff Bezos of China. Him and Ma Huateng, who's like the leader of Tencent and shit, and like WeChat and all that stuff. So all these people obviously came from CCP like affiliated families, right? Like all the big tech companies, all their founders, if you trace them back, have been CCP like agents or part.
They have to be though.
Yeah.
So it's a private company that they own. So what Jack Ma did at the time was his company, like Ant Group, which is like the parent company for Alibaba and everything, he tried to go public, right? Like he tried to just get everyone on board, really tried to make the first multinational Chinese company that pretty much operated like an American company. So because he did that, literally at the last minute, the Shanghai Stock Exchange shut the fucking dude down. Like killed his shares. Guy disappeared for months. I think he resurfaced, but like he doesn't say anything about the party. It's like
Man resurfaced with a lobotomy.
Yeah, right. He's like completely
got a
different
chunk
now.
of his brain missing.
So like after that, the next big Chinese company was Tencent, because Tencent came up and they basically own like a big chunk of media investments all over the world. Like if you want to look at some of the biggest companies in the world, Tencent is now, I think, top 5. Like they are one of the biggest tech firms ever. So because these companies are getting so powerful, and because they're like, embracing the West, and they're embracing the world, really, right? Like, obviously these billionaires want to be rich everywhere. They cut down Tencent. The whole Chinese gaming ban where they limited kids to an hour a day was literally to fucking kill Tencent, literally to like fucking curb them down. Like, I guess you could say, what's the saying? It's like just bleed them or something like that. It's like put them on a leash, if you will. Like that's all the CCP is ever doing. So every time you look at a Chinese billionaire, they're not actually billionaires, right? Like they might be rich, but it's like the moment you think that you actually matter more than the fucking party, you're gone.
Fuck,
like,
man.
And that's a scary aspect of it.
They come back lobotomized, and the new favorite expression is, "Well, I have half of mine."
Yeah, but that's the thing with them, man. It's like you look into all these companies, and it literally is like, you're right. It's like communism with a fucking GDP, but is it really, right? Like it's a capitalist country, but like it's owned by fucking it's owned by like one dude.
It's just like authoritarian, communist authoritarianism. And then they just have like a capitalist economy. Do you ever
think it'll change in our lifetime, though?
Yeah, I think it has to.
I know in our lifetime that like China's been around like communist for what, over 100 years now? Like
yeah, but they weren't. But they've recently turned very rich as a thing,
right?
Like
I watched a video. There was a video on like empires throughout history, and it went through like the past 3 big empires. So it was like the Dutch Empire, the British, and then the American. And now they're saying like the trend now is that the American empire is going to fall while the Chinese empire increases. But it's like, it's still not for sure yet. It's just like that would, if we're going by historical things, that's what would happen, which would be kind of fucked. But
the thing with the United States for whatever, like people like to be doomers and like they always like to purport a side or everything. But I always look at the United States like this, right? They're like the one country that leads the pack in terms of overall freedoms. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
Hey, it's the ability for anybody can come to this country. I mean, whether you even have legal papers or not, and fucking make a killing. You can make industry and you can shine throughout the world. And it's always been like an American thing. One of the things that makes America is like they nationally export not just products, but like culture to the world,
Right.
Like how much, like way back in the day, right? Like fucking decades ago, one of the biggest exports in America was fast food. Fast food in America is fast food everywhere in the world, right? Like McDonald's didn't just become an American thing. It became a worldwide thing. KFC, all these things. In a way, they exported culture. Same with movies. Same with all of this stuff. When you export that, like John D, when you export...
Literally, though. Like, actually, though.
When you export, like, dude, fucking, you know how many Chinese people now are like, oh, we love fucking Vin Diesel. He keeps making these movies, Fast and the Furious. We like that shit. Vroom, vroom, V8 engine.
Or from, like me, as an example,
like
the White Ghost.
Yeah,
so they consume that.
America
you're basically John
Oompaville.
Cena.
Yeah. How much of their culture in its entirety gets exported out to the world, right? Like, they even keep, like, they have a separate version of social media. Like, we get TikTok, but we don't get Douyin. We don't get any of that shit. They don't export any of their stuff around the world.
Weibo.
We don't get we have access to those services, but nobody has a reason to tap into like CCP surveillance channels. but we don't get access to it.
Yeah.
Like we don't get that level exported to us, and I think that's what keeps like the US on top of basically the rest of the world, is like we are able to like disseminate amongst the entire world.
Epicenter of culture.
Exactly.
Hey, bro, you're Canadian.
Hey, I'm
What are
also
you talking
Canadian.
about?
So, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
fuck you
watch
guys.
out here.
I should be the one talking right now.
Are you yeah, so what does that say? What does that say, Caleb? I'm being more American than you. That's what your country has done. It's turned me into a fucking American more than a fucking Canadian.
We even have the same
That's
accents. We have the same everything.
Yeah.
I feel like it is. I have a generally positive outlook, though. I think things will get better for America. I think it's like too big to fail, though. Legitimately,
I think it's like even what Muda was saying. Like, think about other countries. Like, sure, countries like Korea and stuff maybe export like music and even like TV shows and everything, but nowhere even comes close to the US. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
And so I think as long as they keep, especially like, you know, maybe it's tough with the whole recession and everything after the, you know, pandemic and whatnot.
I don't know, bro. I feel like Palestinian Mickey Mouse can definitely.
yeah, that has a bright future for sure.
I'm surprised Fox didn't pick
I know.
that shit up.
Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Adult Swim
Yeah.
should pick that up, but canceled.
Oh my god. I could imagine I want to see, you know, that's my goal in life. I want to one day just have Tucker Carlson do a live reaction to good old Farfour. I'll be real. That would make my
Bro, can we get Tucker Carlson on the show, please?
Yeah, fucking wish.
A lot of people have been saying Mickey Mouse is an Israeli tool. Well, it's actually a Palestinian tool. You know?
The Palestinians have culturally appropriated Mickey Mouse and are using it to spread ill messages. I love them.
I don't know if this is fully accurate, but when I was doing my interview with Anthony Padilla, one of the people working there told me that Tucker Carlson once was sued for like spreading false information or whatever, and his argument was, Your Honor, Fox News is satire.
Oh my!
I don't know if that's true.
I think that was a thing. They just said it was like entertainment or some shit. Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
meant to
didn't
be
Alex
real.
Jones do that when he was losing custody? He was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's all a character. It's all not real."
Entertainment, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
be
in Alex
surprised.
Jones's defense, who could fucking take that seriously though? In Alex's defense,
Yeah.
I always took InfoWars as a meme.
Yeah, dude, same.
I never once.
It's
Like,
It's awesome.
it is
I
very
never-
funny.
It's
But then
quite
you,
funny.
like he's funny, but then there's those other InfoWars hosts who I'm like Paul Joseph Watson, where I'm like, this guy's not playing a character. He's
Yeah.
not funny. Like, what is?
And Owen Schroyer.
Yeah. Guys like that, where it's like,
But the thing is like when you watch Alex Jones, his level of like far right conspiracy theories are always like fucking frogs. You know, they're putting fluoride in the water. Look at the moon. The moon has alien fucking nuke bases on it. Like
It's the gay liberal atheist
Right,
agenda.
that's fine.
Dude, the newest one's Prince Andrew lives in Dracula's castle and has a whole herd of orphans living with him.
Let's go,
it's like
dude.
fucking okay. You read shit like that, and it's like okay, it's very fringe. You know, like you'd have to be loony to believe that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But
But,
then,
for
yeah, the
us,
other-
it's fun to look at, you know, from an outside perspective.
but the other stuff is like I swear it's like a thin veneer of like some real racist ass fucking ideology that they're throwing into it, and it's just like that's what makes accessing it not super fun. It's one of the reasons I think like 4chan itself has kind of fallen off. Like you don't hear too much about it because it used to be like people on 4chan would just meme this shit all the time, bro. Like, no, I would say 95% of 4chan was just doing it because, hey, it's anonymous. We can just fucking shitpost. It used to be like
Right.
5% of 4chan was like, hey, honey, come into the stream. These guys actually fucking believe this shit. Oh my, you know what? I feel right at home here. And then it got to the point where like there was so much fucking dumbasses that you had to make a whole containment board just to house the actual loonies, right? Like, hey guys, take poll, be fucking crazy over there,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, no,
And then
definitely.
what's happened is now those same people to drive up engagement have just hit mainstream platforms. It's like they realized, oh, we can't actually, you know, like spread our message over 4chan. Nobody fucking reads this and goes home and says, I'm gonna take these beliefs and fucking no. People post dicks and shit and call it a day. Now Twitter, on the other hand, Facebook, you can convince some fucking nut bars on that. And it's really both sides that do it, right? Like you watch, like I feel like when you look at just politics, and I hate getting into it, I feel like both sides have dramatically went so far to their spectrum. Like it used to be like back in fucking 08, 09, maybe we were kids, we didn't have like such a great grasp or frame of reference, but it used to be like people were a lot more closer, and like the discussions that we would have is like, oh, I disagree with you, but you know I can see that side. Now it's just like you're evil, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Right,
kind of
yeah.
like it's super.
There's
Team
no
sports.
nuance,
Like, even when I
right?
was-
It's just
no nuance. Like even when I talked to Hassan about it, right? Like me and Hassan, we differ like pretty politically, you know, in some ways. But he said a great thing. It's like people look at it not from like an objective lens, but because it's like a team sports. You know, it's like fucking the New York Yankees versus the fucking, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like any team going up, it's like it shouldn't be like that, right?
right. It's just like yeah, no, because it's like it's more important than just like sports for sure. I think it's just like people being tribalistic kind of and being like, oh, it has to be us versus them, and that's like the way they process the world. And like in some cases,
I don't know, bro. The last time the word tribalism was said on like a show, it was JonTron talking to Destiny.
oh geez, okay, let's not get into that. Never mind. I'm gonna take that back.
Well, we are about an hour and a half into this, and this is usually when we kind of like end the stuff. So we actually talked about we actually talked about a lot of meme-worthy topics, but I feel like towards the end we all got pretty real.
For sure.
And, you know, I think it's full circle because it's kind of reflective of your channel too. Like you have you talk about a lot of meme topics, but we do get real towards the end, and there is an overall great message, and that's one of the reasons why I like watching Ghost Gun. You know.
Thanks,
one
man.
of the reasons why I like watching any.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah, it's one of the reasons. I think
dude.
that's like I think that's the mark of like somebody that covers internet, you know, not like internet mysteries, but just like in a way commentary, like somebody that can like, you know, hook somebody in and then ultimately deliver a message. You know, it's not like I made this video to make this video and it doesn't serve a greater purpose.
You're gonna make me come, bro.
Damn, bro, that was so nice.
goal.
Thank you.
This is getting too nice in here.
I really appreciate that. Thank you. That really means a lot.
No, well, you know, it's an honor having you.
Well,
And
thank you guys for having me
we-
on. This was a great podcast.
Bro, I think we just solved racism.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Refer back to that Nikocado avocado tweet.
Yeah.
Well-
we also solved homophobia because Caleb and
We did that
Nikocado
too.
avocado.
We did that.
And the Israel-Palestine
love that
conflict. Man, this has been a great
Peace in the Middle East.
I'll contact my cousins in Hezbollah.
Yeah,
See if we can just solve all the world's problems.
Wait! Before we do it, can you ask them if they've ever seen Farfour? And they're like, "Oh my god! We grew up with that. What the fuck? How do you know about that?"
I'll ask Fadi.
Well, Gus,
What's that?
Well, Guscom, do you have any plugs you want to put in to projects
man,
you're
just
doing
my
in the future of
channel.
your channel?
My channel is just Ghost Gum. If you guys want to check it out, if you're into like, I've been doing a lot of Reddit stuff lately, but we're gonna be mixing it up a bit, hopefully in the next couple videos. And yeah, I don't know. Subscribe to Some Ordinary Podcast.
Ooh, you did our plug.
Ooh. A little reverse
Yeah,
plug there.
yeah.
I like that.
Little
You
reverse
probably
action.
already are if you're here, but
Well, if you haven't, you know, and you would definitely want to subscribe to one of the biggest shit posts of a podcast, absolutely sign up for sure. You know, you gotta tell them, you gotta be blunt and honest with the community. You can't fucking. This is what I love about this podcast. We don't fluff it higher. You know, we're not like some fucking crazy deep thinking podcast.
oh well, that's the best podcast though. There's nothing worse than
Yeah.
people who take themselves way too seriously.
I can't think of a single person like that.
I can't either. But also, for anybody who's subscribing to Ghost Gum and our podcast, definitely check out my co-host Oompaville. All right, he's a man that covers a lot of larger than life figures, if you will, and cover my friend Nux Taku, who definitely likes to play the YouTube monetization game down to a
And
razor's
sometimes
edge.
lose.
Sometimes, in his words. And if you want to subscribe to the shittiest channel on the platform, I'm always there. Some Ordinary Gamers. Feel free.
Nah, bro, your stuff is great. I don't know what you're
I'm
talking about.
pretty mid. Do you see how many ratios I get in my Twitter feed now? I just have all the young boy fans in there. It's a hell pit.
Well, those
But-
young boy fans, they're their own community. That could be a video in and of itself.
Actually, it
Dude,
is.
just the fact that every time you tweet and it's like, you know, you fell off, make better content, ratio.
I
Yeah, so
kinda
why
like
be
it
better?
now,
Why be
'cause-
better?
I kind of really like it because some of them have really like fucking customized things for me. It's like Mutahar, I've been watching you for 823 years now on my MacBook Pro, and I found out that you've recently fallen off. Like, fucking,
Listen,
okay.
man, this was the one that got me to turn.
But ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. Ratio us in the comment section below. We are out.